Hello, welcome to Anchored in Desire. Okay, we're gonna do some fun things today. All right, I'm gonna teach you a couple things and then you're going to practice it. And my vision is that you're going to leave this call excited, lit up, like alive in your body, maybe even wildly, confidently alive, maybe even like alive, like, holy shit, I love being alive, kind of alive. That is my desire. I'm gonna anchor in my desire. I'm going to invite you to anchor in my desire too. And we're going to talk about what it is to anchor in your desire. So take a big old breath with me. Ready? One more for good measure. Oh, yeah. And three, because it's a party. Yeah, love it, love it, love you, love it. Okay, so I'm going to do some talky bits and then we're going to do a practice. And I'm going to invite you to come on camera to do the practice so that we can break out into rooms and you could do a practice with somebody else in the room. It is you'll be practicing what I'm going to lead with you today. Okay, so let's talk about desire, shall we? Desire is often shared with us or presented to us as something that is about being hot and carnal and yearning and hungry for something in the moment. And it's this heat and passion. And that is true. That's lovely. I love that. Temporary desire is temporary. And desire is also, in the way that I like to work with it, is desire as a vision. Desire as a vision is your journey for leading your life and being the sole uncontested author of your life, having a vision for where you want to go. Now, I think most of us have this idea of a vision, and it comes in the form of, in our culture, is like your vision for your career or your vision for your family. Can I get a little head nod if you're familiar with that idea? Right? Like, where do you want to go in your career? Are you climbing the ladder? Are you making more money? Are you sending your kids to a good school? Like that sort of thing. And the way that I work with desire and vision is around what kind of sexual life do you really want to have? Not just the individual actions of the temporary moment of, I want you to touch me here, I want to kiss you like this, I want to have this experience with you in this moment. But what's the quality of the life, of the intimate life, your body, sharing your body, your sexuality, cultivating that, developing your sexuality for yourself, sharing it with one or many other people? What do you want that to look like, to feel like, to smell like, to taste like? What do you desire? What is your vision for your intimate life? And when I ask that question, there are many people who say some version of, I have no idea. Are you in that camp? Give me a little wave, a little finger wave, a little head nod. If you were in the like, I don't know what I want, even don't ask me that question. Ugh, I get a little squirmy even. Yeah, okay, fair, fine. What if are you, give me a little finger wave if you're in the camp of like, I know what I don't want. I'm really clear about what I don't want. Yeah, okay, got it. And maybe you are in the camp of, I know what I want, and I don't actually think it's going to happen. Anybody in that camp? Okay, okay, yeah, we've got some head nodding and some waving in that camp too. Okay, so what I want to play with you today is desire as a compass, desire as an anchor. Desire is something that enlivens us. Desire as in being turned on by your own desire, being so excited about what you want, either in the moment and also the vision that you have for your future, that you're fucking lit up. Okay? Desire as a compass. Desire is, it tells you where to go. You want something, you have a vision. Great. We're going in that direction. Okay. Desire as anchor. No matter what the external circumstances are in your life, no matter what the conversation is that you're having or the moment that you're having, the possibility here is that desire is anchoring you to this vision, right? Your vision is anchoring you in what do you want, where are you going, what are you creating. So whatever is happening in life, if you take a left turn, a wrong turn, a U-turn, you can come back, you can course correct based on your desire, based on your vision. Are you with me so far? Are you with me so far? Yeah, we got some head nods. Okay, fabulous. Love it. Well, so let's take a breath. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to ask you some questions. I want you to play in the chat with me for a moment. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident and excited are you about your own desires? 1 is not confident, not excited, bleh, I don't like this. 10 is, I am so confident, I am so lit up, I am like beaming light out of every orifice of my body. Wah! Where would you rank yourself? We're not comparing, we're just saying, like, where do you put yourself on that particular scale, 1 through 10? 7, 8, 9, 5, 9, 9. Okay. 9 for not intimacy, 3 for intimacy. I love the nuance. Thank you so much. 8, 5, 9. Okay, great. We got a lot of people at the like, I am shooting light out of my butt, which I love that for all of us. Okay. That's the level of aliveness that I'm really excited about. That's my vision. Okay, great. On a scale of 1 to 10, the same kind of confidence and excitement. On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you in fulfilling this desire, your confidence and excitement to fulfill this desire? On a scale of 1 to 10. 8, 10, 9, 8. Love so far. Excellent. 6, 7, and 4. Okay, got it. 7. Okay, great. So most of us were at on the higher end, which is fantastic. Okay, so let's get into the nuance of clarifying our desire, the 5 elements. So we're going to start with the first 3. We're going to play with it. We're going to come back and wrap up with the next 2. Okay, so the very first one is when we are thinking about what we want, when we are naming it, we are discovering, we're refining it, and especially when we are communicating our desire with someone else. We want to, number 1, we want to make it positive. Okay. Now, this is not like think positive in the world would just like manifest around you. It's not that. It's literally like the difference between saying, I don't want to be in a relationship with a smoker to I am committed to being in relationships with people who are invested in their optimal health and they are doing whatever they got to do in order to create that. And we are living a good, healthy life together. Do you see the difference? Give me a little head nod, thumbs up. Yes, I see the difference. Eva, I'm with you. Okay, fabulous. Your visual feedback to me, or even, yes, Eva, I love you. You're so amazing into the chat works really well for me. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So we want to be in this, we want to be in the stating of the positive, right? Because this is where desire is a compass. It tells us where we want to go so that we are looking forward. We are looking for what we want rather than kind of turning our head and being like, I'm really trying to not do that over there, right? We want our energy and our movement in a forward direction. Thank you so much for following my desire into the chat. So we want to make it positive. Okay. So if you are in the state of, you're like, I kind of know what I want, I kind of don't know what I want, the very first place I want you to play with is great. Say the thing that you don't want, and then just tell me what the opposite of that is. Let's just start there. Right. Again, if it's like, I don't want a smoker, great. I want a non smoker. Okay, fabulous. What are the other qualities and characteristics that go along with non smoker that fit into the desire that you have? Okay. I'm using, this is actual real for me. This was something that I desired for many years. And so I'm using a real example from my life, but you may have something very different for you. Okay. So maybe you want to have, you in your current sex life, maybe there is monotony or routine, or we always do the same thing, right? Okay, well, then if you don't want that anymore, great. Then tell me what you do want. I want new, fresh, wild, fabulous. Now, what are some of the things that that can look like? What are some of the other things that go along with this? So in the chat, tell me, what's something that you desire? Put it in the positive. What is something that you desire? Put it in the positive. It can be anything. It can be about a very specific experience, about relationship. It can be about your vision for your sexual life. What do you really want? If you could wave a magic wand and have anything that you desire, what would it be? State it in the positive. Okay, great. So in reverence of his body, great. He doesn't need to intoxicate himself to feel good about himself. What's a way that we can say this that's, again, it's like in the positive? How might he think about this self, Sana? How might he think about it, right? Instead of, oh, I don't need that. It's like, this is how I get intoxicated of myself. This is how I feel good. Okay. Okay, great. Finding an open and positive community to share and explore new experiences. Yeah. Being connected to other people, a relationship we are falling in love and worshiping each other emotionally and physically every day. Yes, love that. I will give you 5 minutes of my worship today. That is what I have available in my calendar. Yes, serious romance. Okay, great. James, tell me more about serious. Like, what does that even mean? Right? When we stated in the positive, I love this exercise because we want to just get more details. I invite people into my life who take care of their health and the environment. Love it. Okay, monogamous. Great. James, I'm so glad you told me that because you said serious. I would not have been like, that equals monogamy. Hello, genius. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, so I think that you're picking up what I'm putting down. We want to say it in the positive. We want to get really crystal clear in the language so that we're not in a guessing game. Most importantly, you're not in a guessing game with yourself. And then when you communicate with somebody else, you say it in such a way that they don't have to guess. Don't give me the work to have to guess what you're really trying to say to me. Just give it to me. Give it to me, baby. Yes, I desire a polycule of 6 to 12 AMAB, cis and non-gendered, amazingly attractive, deliciously smelling gay guys who adore me and are interested in my interests, whom I'm really similarly interested and inspired by, who are amazing wellness, health, holism, meditation, somatic healing, etc. oriented. I am so into this right now. It's very clear. I know what's happening. Committed to transparency, oriented, open heart, artists to play with, and forge a deep, secure attachment with, and we all work together. I'm so into the crystal clarity of all of this. Yeah. Okay. So step number 2, okay, now that we have some clarity about making your desire positive, you're stating it in the positive, you're saying, this is what I want. I'm saying yes to this rather than I'm saying no to this over here. I'm trying to avoid this. Okay. Now, here's a really important piece. Your desire gets to be completely and wholly, absolutely deliciously selfish and self-centered. This is all about you, babe. This is not about what you get to do with somebody else. This is not about like you pleasing somebody else. That's a lovely desire, but that's not what we're talking about right now. We'll do that at some other time. This is a chance for you to be so crystal clear and selfish about your desires. Not like, well, I think it would be really good for our relationship if I could just like be more relaxed. Maybe, but we're not doing that right now. We are like really getting into you. So, what do I mean by this? I've had clients, lots of women mostly, who say, I really want to have more or different kinds of orgasms because it would be good for our relationship and my partner would be less angry. Guess what? That's not a real sustainable desire. That's not even her real desire. Her real desire is like, I just want to make out and like not then feel pressured to have sex with my partner. That was her real desire. Her real desire was, I want to make out and kiss because I love the feel of feeling your tongue and your lips on my lips and it feels so delicious. And I just want to like bask in that and then like be done. That was her desire. Okay. So this is the chance for you to be so richly self-absorbed. Now, many parts of our culture will say, don't do that, right? Sex is about doing things together. Relationship is about compromise and doing things together. And I have another class where I will debunk all of that for you. But for right now, I want you to just be in the space of, I get to have this for me. It's mine. It's all mine. What can I have? What do I really want? If I could wave a magic wand and have anything that I want, I don't have to think about anybody else. I just want to talk about my own goodies. What would it be? Okay. Are you in the zone with me? Are you in the zone of like, I get to have what I want. I get to explore what I want. I get to be selfish in my own desires. I don't have to like tiptoe around and like do other things for other people and make my life about pleasing other people. You're like, I mean, I can please other people, but I also really do get to just be so deliciously self-centered for a little while. Yeah. Are we in? Thumbs up. Are we in? Thumbs up. Or are you like, I don't know, Eva, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. Okay, we don't have any I don't knows about this. We have a lot of thumbs up. Yeah. Okay, great. Let me just read this chat. Close friendships who reach out to me. We put in energy that feels easeful and balanced. We maintain the relationships. We have engaging and deep conversations, navigate challenges bravely. And we all have the finances to go on fun trips and go out to the day spas with ease. Love. Love. Mm, mm, mm. My toes are like, oh, pedicure. My heels are like, ooh, scrub them hard. Yeah. Okay. So into this, Samantha. Yes. I also want to experience different body orgasms on the daily. Thank you. Yes, you're welcome. Thank you. Um, ooh, okay, great. Here, so you are witnessing a little train wreck of thoughts in my mind where they're like, ooh, which direction do we go? Okay, I think I get into my head about desires because I question where the desires are coming from. Okay, for this particular exercise, I want you to, if you can, if you be willing to just put that curiosity in the parking lot and we can come back to it at another time. Because if we go down the path of where does this desire come from and is this right or wrong and like is this really desire, is this a trauma response, which a lot of people really love to do, then we can get into this head trip about it. And then oftentimes what I see for people is it takes them down the path of, I'm not supposed to have this desire, I'm not allowed to have this desire, having this desire is wrong, bad, not good, so I should really shut all of it down. We don't need to do that. Even if your desire, like, this is my stand. All of our desires are beautiful, even if they're raunchy, even if they're wild, even if to actually do them in real life would cause harm. All of our desires, having a desire is fine and wonderful and beautiful. We're actually not in the conversation of, I'm going to fulfill it. So I want us to actually cultivate the space to be curious and be in our, our innovative daydreaming space and be lit up like by all of that. And then we can have a conversation later, which is like, so how do I make this happen? How do I make this happen is different than I have this impulse in me, or I have this curiosity, or I have this longing inside of me. I have this unmet need that I want fulfilled. Those are two different conversations. So let's stay where we're at right now. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to co-sign this. I just want to have amazing multi-orgasmic pleasure with a group of guys who I am deeply in loving connection and trust and commitment with. Love, love. Okay. So we made it positive. We got really self-centered. So here's number 3. Here's the important part. Here's where we take the desire that's in our head and we move it into our body and we use our body to connect brain with body and get really turned on and excited. Is we take these desires that you have and we actually use your senses to connect to them. Okay. So if I scroll up, I'm going to choose a simple or easy one. Okay. So let's come up to find an open, positive community to share and explore new experiences. Fabulous. Love this desire. Great. What does it feel like to be in the room with all of those people? What does it taste like to be eating dinner with them or to be sharing? What does it feel like? What does it smell like to be in this room with all of these people who are open and positive and smiling and are like, I am so glad that you are here. I love being in community with you. What are the sensations in your body, on the surface of your skin? Like, is it warm and tingly? Is it hot? Are you like sweating in your armpits a little bit? Are you tasting something in your mouth? Oh my God, is your smile so big that your cheeks are hurting and your like eyes are like very squinty now? What does it feel like using your senses, sight, smell, taste, the things that you hear, the sensations that you feel on your skin, in your guts, right? Notice what it feels like when you take a breath and you imagine that you're already standing in that vision that you have. Okay, so everyone track what your vision is, the thing that you want, the thing that you have put in the list. Okay, whatever it is so far, just choose one and then just put yourself in that space for a moment and then just take a breath into it. You're with that person or persons. Take another breath into it. You can even close your eyes and really get into it and really imagine. You're with that person, the persons. You are experiencing all that you desire, the connection, the intimacy, the safety. Take a breath and notice how your body shifts or changes. Do you want to move? Can you feel it's easier or more difficult to breathe? When you're in that room and you're surrounded by these men, by this community, when you're in this space where you're in this close network of friends and everybody is contributing and it's so balanced and easy and you're having these deep, engaging conversations. Oh, what does it feel like in your guts? Oh, and just very simply go through the senses. What do you taste in your mouth? What do you smell in the air? What are the things that you hear in this room with these other people? Do you hear laughter? Are they leaning in and whispering in your ear and saying, oh, please tell me more? What do you see? And what do you feel in your body, on your skin, inside your body? And take another breath and then come back. Okay, so here's the point where I want to actually invite you to share, and we're going to do a very quick pair sharing. So for those of you who have your camera on and I can see your face, you're going to do a pair sharing. If your camera is not on or your face is not in front of the camera, you can move and I'll put you in a group. Otherwise, you're going to stay in the main room with me. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, one of you will have 3 groups. Yeah. Okay, give me a moment. Here we go. I'm assigning you mostly randomly. So whoever you wind up with is the very perfect person for you to be working, playing with today. Oh gosh. Oh, how exciting. How exciting. think. Oh my God, we have an even number. Okay, so you're going to have 3 minutes each for this exercise. Okay. And what I want you to do is to simply practice saying what you want. Simply practice speaking your desire, whatever it is. And I want you to do this in a way where you are not only saying what you want, but you are allowing all of those sensations to be turned up inside of you. Okay. So if you say, I want a community of friends who are deeply connected and they really give a shit about each other, I want you to tap into that in your body. What does it feel like for you when somebody really gives a shit about you and you really know it and they really show it to you? How do you respond? Thanks, man. I just love it when you give a shit about me. Is that how you respond? Or are you like, I give a shit about you too? Chance to turn up the volume. This is intentional. This is practice. This is really turning your desire that you have into the lived experience in your body, in your being right here, right now. Okay. It's okay if it feels like kind of like a performance because it might be new to you. That's okay. Turn up the volume even more. Okay. And you're going to get 3 minutes. You don't have to rush and fill the 3 minutes and say everything as fast as you possibly can. I actually really want you to be in it. Okay. So look this person in the eye, say what it is that you want, turn the volume up on yourself, lean into the screen, into the camera so we can see your beautiful, gorgeous face. And when you are the listener, show up and give them your love. Be a generous as fuck. I give a shit about you and your desire. I want you to have everything that you want. Be the person who's like, yes, you get to have everything you desire in your life. Be that person as a listener and just take 3 minutes to speak. I will jump in and say, great, switch. And then you will get 3 minutes for the other person. And then when it's time to close, I will tell you, say thank you, and you will come back. Very clear instructions. Are you ready? Yeah, thumbs up, love it, go. Please join the rooms. Oh, hello and welcome back. Oh my God, I see teeth and smiles. Okay, great. Come off of mute. Tell me, what did you learn from this experience? Breathe. What did you learn, Matthew?
I learned that I'm not crazy.
Yeah, no, you're not.
I learned that there might be something between poly and monogamy that's interesting to explore. And I'm excited
Huh?
about, like, literally the word polycule came into my like world like less than a year ago. So I'm gonna start creating into that. And I appreciate Simoon's like template that I'm iterating off of now.
Yeah. Oh my God. This is what I love about this desire work is because people say, I want something, and you're like, oh my God, that exists. Ooh, I have goosebumps literally right now. Me. Ooh, tell me more. What else did you learn? Someone else in the room. What did you learn? Yes, Anthony, come off of mute. Jump in. Tell me.
I learned how friggin' cool it feels in your body when you're talking about all the things you desire and like
Mhm.
having that emotion like sit in you.
Yeah.
Um,
Tell me, what happens in your body when you talk about what you want?
oh, I get lit the fuck up.
Oh my God, tell me more. What
It's like
happens?
there's a fire in my chest. Like I just can't I I can't help but keep going. Like I felt like, oh, my poor partner. They're like getting an earful of everything that I want. And also I was like, no, of course they want to hear what I have to say. Like, and I got really good feedback on that too. It was great, powerful,
Ah,
and like I felt so embodied in it, right? Like that was
yeah.
who I was. Wasn't
That's
a
who you
question.
are.
Yeah, yeah, it's who I am.
Yeah. Yeah. That's who you are. That's who you're being. That's who you're being today, tomorrow. That's who you are.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Look at that. 3 minutes and I can see like all 97 of your teeth. I love it. What else? What else did you learn from this experience? Come off of mute and just jump in and tell me.
I can go.
Yes.
Talking with Matt, I realized that I was um, sharing a desire that came from past experiences
Okay.
and that I still want to recreate. But with Matt, I was hearing something that is even more possible, like actually creating something new that doesn't even exist. And that was exciting.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Right. So we're not just repeating the past, we actually can innovate. We can create new. We can be inspired. I love what we can do in community is be inspired by, for, and with each other. Thank you. James, I see you're off of mute. So come talk to me. Share with us.
I was Anthony's partner, and he was very inspiring. Like a lot of things he thought was his goal that are his goal, legit, were the goals I've had, but I didn't really connect with them until he mentioned it. I was like, I want to be you when I grow up, and I'm older than him. He's like, you can be the same way too, and it was cool.
Mhm.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah. So what does that do for you? What did it do for you inside, in your heart, in your body to have this experience?
I got like chills listening to him talk, especially toward the end. He was like
Yeah.
so livened about everything, all his goals he had that were goals that I have always wanted. Some of them, well,
Yeah.
most of them, but definitely the last few. Um,
Yeah. Beautiful. Inspiration. I love it. James, thank you. Anyone else
um,
want to share?
I'll share.
Anyone else? Samantha. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, it was funny because I was like, wow, 3 minutes is a really long I feel like my desire is like fairly simple. And I was like, okay, what else can I do here? And then what I realized that I left out, which is kind of ironic because a lot of my work is with the body and with somatics and healing through the body, was that like I didn't really involve my senses, which is kind of something that you had said. And so it was interesting to notice that in retrospect, how there
Mhm.
was kind of this separation of the two in this exercise for me. So that's something for me to chew
Yeah.
on.
Yes, please. Chew on it. Use your mouth. Taste it. Eat it up. Yeah. Roll it around in your hands. Smash it. Sit on it. Roll around in it. Yes. Use your body. I think this is really common in our nation, in our society, is to be really heady about something, have a lot of ideas about something, roll it over in our mind over and over and over and over, and have a mind fuck about all the things, right? And forget that we have a body that actually is a tool for us. Our body is the site of our sexual experience, but it's a tool to create amazing experiences, pleasure, sex, joy, connection, community. Our body is a tool for us to create that. So it's really important we bring our body into the mix. Anybody else want to share?
Um, I
Yes. Hi.
it was such a great experience. I just realized sharing that two big desires. I mean, Samantha's wonderful to speak with, and I was so inspired by them. And
Mhm.
I just realized that my goals for community and my goals for erotic, like life community and erotic community, are incredibly similar with the same ethics and the same needs, which was, I've never just made that whole like, wow, this is, it's like duh, but it was really cool. Like I want transparency and connection with the earth, and then I was like, oh, I want transparency and connection with my body, and it was really cool.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that you generated a discovery for yourself in the process of speaking about what you want. So this is really good proof that we don't have to have it all figured out before we say it out loud. That actually speaking it out loud is part of the process of discovering and refining and defining and trying it out and then defining and refining it again, because we are in active movement with our desire. Okay. We don't have to have it all figured out before we put language and words, and especially our energy and our passion behind our desire. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ah, hell yeah. 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 Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. I'm just going to applaud that I have my desire because I can feel your teeth, and that's what I wanted from this experience today. So thank you for giving it to me. Okay. There are two more parts to your elements of desire because there are five. We did the first three. We're going to do the next two. Okay. So the next two are really like, so how do we make it happen, Eva? Right? Well, you already did the first part, which is put the first three pieces together, put them all together, speak them out loud, work through them. Like that can be a process unto itself over and over and over again, just speaking your desire, right? This is really powerful. Before I go into 4 and 5, hold on. Oftentimes in our relationships, okay, in our relationships, one of the things that I see and hear from people, and couples especially, I see them as they communicate, is when speaking about desire that you have or the vision that you have for your relationship, your intimate life, your erotic community, Simon, as you said, is that we can often start from the place of what I don't want or what I want to fix or the problem that we're having and the thing that we need to make better. And in relationship, that can often be really fucking heavy for both of you to hold. Oh God, we have to fix these problems, right? We come at from problematizing. And what I want to encourage you is to actually set the problem aside and really just be in the excitement and the enlivening, the aliveness that you were all in literally just 30 seconds ago, right? Before you dropped all your smiles and stopped showing me your teeth, right? But when you came out of the rooms, all of you were moving your body and had a smile. And when we communicate our desire from that place, you can not take things personally, right? When you're in the state of being inspired by your own desire, you're less likely to be to feel ashamed of your desire because you're actually on the other end of the frequency, right? Shame is really heavy. Shame, guilt, fear is living over here, and inspiration and enlightenment is way over here. So we're at the opposite end of the frequency spectrum. So the other part about that is that when we're in this space of, as I said to you earlier, being a generous listener and being in the vibe of you absolutely get to have what you want, right? When you're in that space, you are less likely to take it personally when the other person says, I want whatever it is. Especially if it's, I want something that I'm either not getting right now, I want something that maybe you don't want. I want to go for mushrooms for oysters and champagne. I said mushrooms because I was thinking of something that I've had two lovers in my life, and one of them doesn't like oysters and the other one didn't like mushrooms. And I remember these are two things where I really love them. And so when I think about that and I'm like, I want oysters and champagne, I want my lover, whoever it is, to be like, yes, you get to have that, even if they hate those things. You get it? So that they don't take that personally. I don't take it personally if I have a lover who's all like, I want to have sex with a bearded man. I really want you to have that. Notice I am not going to give them that. That's just like not in my wheelhouse, nor is it in my desire house, right? So when we're in this state of really in our senses, fully in our body, embodied in our desire, turned on by our desire, enlivened by our desire, not only do we feel super connected to it, alive, inspired, and in touch with that, but it makes it really easy to communicate that with somebody else. And it also makes it really easy to hear other people's desire from this place of non-judgment and openness. And I really want you to have what you want, right? And relationships, I think, work best when people in the relationship coming from a place of, I want you to have what you want and I want to have what I want. And the best scenario for us is a win-win-win-win-win, where we have the most amount of winning with the least amount of losing. Okay. So how do we actually create it, Eva? I went on a little tangent, but here we go. Okay. Number 4. Number 4 is time is your ally. So you have this beautiful desire. Great. By when are you going to create this thing? By when are you going to get moving on it? By when are you going to have one particular piece, one particular element? Okay. And can you create it in the time frame that we have, that you have given yourself? Okay. Now, if I say to you, I want to make $1 million in my life, and I don't tell you when, I only have to make $33,000 a year for 33 years in order to have made $1 million. Okay, but most of us are not actually thinking that, right? We're like, I want to have $1 million in the bank. Notice the difference, right? So $1 million this year by December. Okay, can we actually do that in the time frame that we have? Maybe, right? But that's where we start really getting into the details, okay? And what I mean by this is, this leads us into step number 5, which is taking bite-sized chunks of committed action. Bite-sized chunks, okay? Which means that you're not trying to do everything all at once. You're taking bite-sized chunks so that you don't bite off more than you can chew and get overwhelmed or discouraged or underwater in some way. And that these bite-sized chunks that you are taking can fit into this time frame that you have, and you can actually feel yourself in motion, moving with momentum. So that when you take this bite-sized chunk, this little action that you do, you are inspired by this action. Like today, look, you came to a 60-minute call, okay? And got so excited in the middle of the call that you showed all your teeth and had a really good time with your partner. How exciting, bite-sized chunks. Even if you did nothing else today, this is workable, okay? This is a bite-sized chunk that is valuable and valued. So saying what you want, using those 3 minutes, bite-sized chunk. Coming to this class, bite-sized chunk. Having a conversation with your lover, bite-sized chunk. Reading a book, bite-sized chunk. Hiring me to work with me, bite-sized chunk. Coming to another class, bite-sized chunk. Coming to a retreat that I lead, bite-sized chunk. There are all these different things that you can do that are bite-sized chunks that have a time frame built into them, okay? And also that you are aware and in relationship with time. Do you understand what I am laying out to you? Okay, now in the world of goal setting, as I had mentioned before, a lot of the goal setting that we hear in our culture is a lot of like hustle culture of do it now, make it happen, be kind of desperate, urgent, drive. And one of the things I really want you to keep in mind and embodied is that in the space of our sex and relationships, when we are transforming our intimate life, part of the work that we are doing is not just driving and making shit happen, it's actually surrendering. It's breathing. It's letting go. It's like that big sigh of relief. It is healing. And that's really different than driving something, making something happen. Part of what we also want to do in intimacy is we want to set the stage, and then we want to allow the experience to emerge so that we're not in a state of desperation or a state of obsession and trying to like push and manipulate an agenda. Are you working with me? You here with me? Because I don't think that any of you, when you say, I want relationships that are serious and loving and deep and intimate, like want to get there through manipulation and pushing your way forward. Yeah. Got it. Okay. And so this is where the anchor gets really important. This idea of desire as anchor, so that whatever's happening in the world around you, whatever the circumstances are, however your partner responds to your statement of your desire, however your family responds, whatever is happening out there, that you can course correct, you can anchor into what you desire as your vision. As this is, as Anthony said, this is who I am. This is who I am. This is who I fucking am. Yeah. I am anchored in this. So even if I get distracted, even if somebody else doesn't like it and they say some gnarly shit, I can come back right here and be anchored in my senses, be anchored in my vision, and continue to take steps forward. Okay. And of course, this is where you come work with me and you hire me, because I help you hold the vision and I give you any tools that you need to keep moving forward, and also hold you accountable to actually taking those little steps, whatever those little steps are for you, moving forward one step after another. Okay. Do you have any questions? I'm going to open it up for questions or comments, and then I'm going to give you something else. Any questions? You can take a breath and figure it out.
I have one short question.
You have a question. I have something for you.
Okay, perfect. I am curious if there is sometimes the difference between what I like want and what I desire. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, I just want to lay in bed all day. And sometimes I'm like, I don't know my desires for these things. Is there a difference, or is that semantics?
I mean, yes and no, right? Like, I want to lay in bed all day today. That's totally a desire of the moment, right? That's a temporary desire. It's not, I want to live my life underneath the covers forever, right? Like, I want to have like a most delicious makeout session. Yeah, that will be today at 5 o'clock. But also later on, I have other shit I've got to do. Got to do, want to do, get to do.
Love
Right?
that. Love that.
Yeah. And then that curiosity that you have, Anthony, takes us back to what Om was saying earlier in the chat, which is like, where does the desire come from? And we can be on that exploration. We can be on that exploration, and I would invite you to be on that exploration as long as you don't shut down the creation process, the curiosity process, right? And like, even let's fulfill some of the desires that you want, some of the desires that you have. Let's fulfill them, and then we can be curious about where do they come from. We don't actually have to stop everything and wonder, is this okay, etc., before actually taking any action, right? So this is where we let the desire lead us, let the vision lead us, right? Rather than stopping and judging or being in so much self-reflection that we contort ourselves and then we collapse. Other questions? Yeah. Come on, yes.
Me?
Yeah, James. Yeah.
How can you get to the point where you're comfortable with the goal? Like you never really thought about them, but all of a sudden you hear them, someone else has them, and it's not just something that it just sounds nice for them, it's sometimes for you. How do you get cool with that inside of yourself?
This practice. Like, okay. So the thing that you want, whatever it is, if you are feeling anxious about it, you're going to feel anxious about it until you say it enough times that it actually sounds fun when it comes out of your mouth. Right? So, for example, if something that you really want is you want to say you want to have a polyamorous relationship, say you want to have multiple lovers, okay? The first time that you think about it, or the first time that you say it out loud, it can feel really scary. You might feel scared, like, oh my gosh, what does this mean for my life? What does this mean for my current relationship? Like, what would this do to my family? And then you can be flooded with doubts, right? Okay, so this is where we use our senses, right? Okay, so what would it be like to have this desire? Oh my God, I'd be lit up. I feel so good. I pull my shoulders back and stick my tits out and have a big smile on my face and walk through the world like I am hot shit. Okay, when you practice that enough times and you connect the sensations of the body, of this confident self of you, and you connect that to the actual desire, saying that desire out loud, saying to yourself, I get to have this. I get to have this. I want this. This is you stating your desire. It's connecting to your body. And it's also you then being in a process of approval. As in, like, I get to have this. I want this. It's okay for me to want this. It's good for me to want this, right? That's a part of the kind of self-affirmation. And the difference here is like, if you give in to the doubts and you collapse and you retract, you recoil when there's a doubt, you train your body to keep recoiling. You train your nervous system to pull back in a state when we bump up against doubt or fear, right? The practice that we did today of getting into it is actually about how to be face to face with fear or be face to face with doubt and actually keep moving forward, because it's coming from in here.
To embody it.
Coming from inside you. Yeah, it's coming from your heart. It's coming from your body. It's coming from your soul. It's coming from you being aligned, brain and body together.
All right.
Yeah?
All right.
Yeah. Thanks, James. Okay, so for all of you who are here live, you are invited to a connection call with me. And let me see if I can make that again. Connection call is 30 minutes. It is a space where you can ask me questions. I'm going to ask your questions. I might tell you, hey, this is something I can absolutely help you with. This is something I can't help you with. Or this is how I can help you. And I will tell you what that might look like for us to work together. It looks like you have to copy the whole thing and then paste it in order to get on the calendar. My invitation for you is to do that this week, tomorrow or Friday, because I'm going to Mexico for a retreat next week with my ladies. So you really want to get on the calendar soon, so that we can have some connection time and I can keep serving you, and then you can hire me and I can keep serving you. Are there any other questions?
It says we can't. We have to talk to you about it because it's not available. I just clicked on it because I'm on my phone.
Well, so that is really weird.
No, you just have to take the whole link, like, because there's a portion, the ID portion is not in the link portion. So you just need to copy the whole thing and then put it in and it works then.
I clicked on it and it wouldn't let me.
No, don't click on it, right? Just copy the whole.
Yeah, copy and paste it. Copy and paste it. I mean, yeah, copy the whole thing in the box and then paste it. Any other questions for today? Any other questions for today? It's working for me. I love it when it's working. Any other questions for today? Okay. Loves. Thank you. Yes. I love desire. Change my life, change your life too. Okay, lovelies. I had a fabulous time with you today. I had so much fun. I loved seeing your beautiful faces and all your beautiful smiles. And my invitation for you is to crank up the volume again one more time, right before you turn it off the TV, right before. So get back into your excitement. Anthony, let me see those teeth again. Samantha, let's get back into that body. Benjamin, yes. Bring it to me, Simon. Yes, erotic community and life community. They get to be based on the same values. Yes. Okay, and then come off of mute and say goodbye because you're all so lovely. Come on, come on.
Bye.
Say goodbye. Bye, lovely.
Thanks,
See you
y'all.
soon, beauties.
Well, it's so good to see you.
Take good care of yourselves. Bye, loves.